Welcome to the lesson video for lesson 14 found in the Mayron Older Beginner Level 1 book. This encompasses pages 107 to 116. First of all, we're going to introduce something new here for our next couple songs called rests. So Autumn Sounds and Hot Potato Polka are going to introduce rests in here. And what rests are they are beats of silence. So notes are beats of sound. Rests are beats of silence. So we're going to go over ones that you're going to encounter here in our next few songs. So first of all, we're going to start off with the squiggly line over here. Our squiggly line, friend, is a quarter rest, and that means we're going to rest for one beat. So it kind of looks like a little squiggle there. Next is the half rest. The half rest is a rest for two beats, like the half note. And then the half rest kind of looks like a top hat almost. Next, we're going to look at the whole rest. So the whole rest is just like the whole note is a resting or 4 beats of silence. So you're going to rest for 4 beats, or you have 4 beats of silence there. It looks like a hole in the ground. So if you see the hole in the ground, then that means that you're going to rest. You're going to not play for 4 beats there. So those are our rests. Next, we have Autumn Sounds. The video for that song will be linked in the description below. But we do have a Do You Know little section here at the bottom of 109. So we're going to fill these in real quick. So again, we're matching. So the half rest is a hat. So hat is number 3. Whole rest, whole looks like a hole in the ground. So that's going to be number 1. Number C, letter C is a quarter rest. Quarter rest is going to be the squiggly line. And then D, the accent mark, that sideways A is going to be number 2. So you can pause the video if you need to fill those in, and then we can go ahead and move on. All right, next up, we have Hot Potato Polka. Again, we'll have the video for that linked in the description below. We also have Boogie Bear. This is kind of a fun song. We'll have that video linked as well. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about rhythm here. So we're going to kind of review some things that we've learned throughout the book. So let's look at number 1 right here. We'll do number 1, number 2, and then we'll move on here. So this is on page, let me double check here, on page 114. So number 1, the top number of the time signature tells you how many beats are in each measure. So I'm going to write that in, beats right there. The bottom number tells you that what type of note receives 1 beat. And then the 4 stands for the quarter note. That is a yes. That's what that stands for. Next, we're going to do some drawing here. So draw quarter notes. So again, we're going to draw a filled in circle. And then put the stick on it. And again, draw a half note. Circle, stick, just like that. Okay, but if you want to go ahead and pause the video, get that filled in, you can go ahead and do that right now. And then we'll move on. Okay, now let's take a look at 3, which what we're going to do, we're just going to fill in the beats. And then we're going to take a look at our time signature. So time signature is going to be number 4, or excuse me, 4-4. And we're going to fill in the rest of our counts here for the rest of this top row and then the bottom row as well. So we have our bar line. So we're going to start off with 1-2. And then since we are on beat 3, we're going to start 3-4. Now down here, we have another bar line. So we're going to do dotted half note, 1-2-3. Quarter note's going to be beat 4. Okay, bar line, we restart our counting. We have 1 and then half note, 2 beats. So 2-3 and then 4. And then bar lines, we're going to restart our counting, 1-2, and then 3, and then 4. And then our whole note right here, 1-2-3-4. And you go ahead and pause the video here, and then we'll go ahead and move on. All right, make sure you got those filled in here. And moving on to page 115. So now we're going to be working on these. So this is going to be more asking you to write in the beats for adding in like the, think of the word I'm looking for, eighth notes there. So then we won't really worry about those. We'll still write in the beat numbers. If we do come across eighth notes, we'll write in the and as well, but we won't worry about that for the other ones. So again, down here on number 5, it's asking us to write in where it would be for the eighth notes, but we'll go ahead and just write in the notes as they are until we get to the eighth notes. So first of all, we have a 1, and then beat 2 right here for the rest, because that's still 1 count, and then 3, and then 4. Middle row here, we've got 1 and 2 and 3, and then 4 and then our half note here is 1 dash 2, and then 3 and 4 and then last row here, we've got 1 and 2, 3 and 4. The next measure here, we've got 1, 2, 3, and then we still have 4 right there, since that's a beat of rest right there. Okay, feel free to pause the video and get that filled in, and then we'll go ahead and move on. So I know it says down there with your class tap the above rhythm on a C, E, or G key. We can go ahead and skip that for this video here. Last page here on lesson 14 is going to be the song Oh Mindy Lou. This is going to be a real quick 8-measure song. We'll have these video for that one linked in the description below. And then really quickly, we have a quick do you know part, which will be quick for us to go through. And then we'll be done with the lesson here. So letter A, half note, which is going, oh, excuse me, no, that's a whole note. Got my words mixed up there. Okay, so that's going to be number 3. B, dotted half note, number 4. C, the quarter note, number 2. D, the 2 eighth notes, which is going to be number 5. And then E is going to be 6, 1 eighth note. So remember, when we have the flag right there, that's just going to be 1 single eighth note. And then F is the half note that I got that mixed up with earlier. So we're going to write our 1 in. So again, feel free to pause the video if you'd like to, but that is the end of lesson 14. Feel free to rewind the video and go back and review any material that you need to, but that is going to be the end of the lesson here.